In order to reach your audience, gain followers, conduct market research, or accomplish any goals at all, you'll need to establish a presence on Facebook. What sort of presence you create will depend largely on what you hope to accomplish. But the most common first step is usually to create a page, often called fan pages. There are several types of pages to create. These include local business or place, company, organization, or institution, brand or product, artist, band, or public figure, entertainment, and cause or community. Pages are different from profiles for a few important reasons. Your profile is traditionally meant for connecting with friends and family and not for business. Your page, on the other hand, is geared towards raising brand awareness or promoting your business or cause. With pages, you can run paid advertisements, create special offers, analyze data and reports, gain likes and followers, and much more. Pages should be understood as a social avenue for you to build your relationships with prospects, customers, and clients. Finally, business pages are kept completely separate from your personal profile and bear no public connection to you unless you choose to reveal such a connection. Let's talk about building your pages. When you first start the page creation process, and you can simply go to facebook.com/pages/create, you'll be prompted to choose one of the page types listed above. This should be relatively obvious. There is some disagreement about whether online businesses should choose company/organization or brand/product. In most cases, for online businesses, it's the latter, but it entirely depends on your business. It won't make a huge difference in your page functionality though, so don't agonize over the decision too much. Once you've chosen a page type, you'll have a drop-down menu where you'll need to choose an industry or category. If you're unsure which category applies best, don't worry, you can change it later. Then you'll be asked to input a business or product name and hit submit. When you first arrive at your new page, it'll be a little barren, but Facebook has made it very easy to start fleshing it out. The first thing you'll want to do is write a short description of what your page is about. Facebook only allows 155 characters, so you'll want to not only get the main points in just a couple sentences, but you'll also want to make sure you include any critical keywords that you want to be found for when people do searches. Keep in mind, SEO is still important for Facebook, both for its internal search as well as your Facebook page ranking in search engines like Google. Consider using Google's keyword planner tool to determine the best exact keywords to use in your description. Speaking of being findable, you'll also want to assign a unique username to your page. What this does is create an easy-to-remember unique URL for your page, so you don't have a long, impersonal, alphanumeric URL. In the end, you should end up with something along the lines of facebook.com/yourbusinessname. But this will be subject to availability, and you may have to use something slightly different from your actual business name if it's already taken. For example, if facebook.com/Tom'sTomatoShack is already taken, you might have to stick a number 2 at the end of it, or settle for Tom's Tomatoes or something. Don't worry about this too much. It's not like you're choosing an important domain name or trademark. It's purely meant to make it slightly easier for you to put your page URL on a business card, or to make links for your page look more friendly. Next, you'll want to add your website. From the options on the right-hand side of your page, click Add a Website and enter your main website address, or depending on your goal, a specific landing page URL. After that, it's a good idea to add a second admin to your page. Even if you're the sole owner and employee of your business, you should still do it. This way, if your page or profile gets hacked, and that does happen, or if you get locked out of your profile for any reason at all, you'll at least have someone else who can try to access the page and do what needs to be done. This is a security precaution, so it doesn't matter who it is, and they don't literally need to ever be an actual admin. Heck, this could be your grandma if you want. After that, you'll want to like your own page, so you'll now be following it via your personal profile, and you'll want to make sure you turn on notifications. Now you'll want to start visually completing your page. First, you'll want to add a square profile image. This can be an image of you or your logo, or whatever you want people to see associated with your brand. In addition to being visible on your page, this will also be the avatar image that accompanies your comments and activity on Facebook when you're posting or commenting as your business. Once that's done, you'll want to add a horizontal cover image. If you don't have a horizontal image to use for your cover, you can either create one yourself via a tool like Canva, or you can pay someone on Fiverr to make it for you. Next, go to Edit Your Page Info to adjust your page details. Here you can add categories, descriptions, contact info, location, legal disclaimers, and so on. Then, go to See All Information and see if there's anything else you want to add, such as awards, privacy policy, and so on. Finally, you'll want to add a call to action button to the top of your page. This CTA button can be for booking services, contacting you, purchasing or shopping, downloading something, or even a generic Learn More. After choosing one of these categories, you'll have a choice of more specific CTA wordings to select from. Once your page is ready and looking the way you want it, you'll have an opportunity to start inviting friends to like the page or to start posting content to the page timeline. Now let's talk about another type of presence: groups. One option for establishing a presence on Facebook is to create a group. A Facebook group can be either public or private. These groups can be an excellent way to interact with your audience, share content, encourage them to interact with each other, and even start building a tribe mentality among your followers. Although groups can eventually take on a life of their own once you've got enough members in there, conversing, posting, and answering and asking questions, early on it'll be important for you to have a content posting routine to keep things fresh and moving. It may also be a good idea to appoint a moderator/admin to handle things on the inside. Be prepared. Groups can easily turn into a second customer support channel, and can also be a place where people think it's okay to dump their complaints or criticisms of your brand. Be sure to keep an eye on things in there. Try to foster a positive vibes environment, and have yourself or moderators on hand to delete or censor any comments that might harm your brand, and make it clear to members whether or not it's okay to handle customer service issues inside the group. And for the record, it's totally up to you, and in fact, handling customer service in groups publicly is becoming a bit of a trend lately. There's plenty of pros and cons to that, we're not going to get into it here. If you choose to make your group a no customer support zone, just ensure you get that message across kindly and gently, and use patience when reminding individual members about it. Remember, your whole tribe can see you here, and they will judge you on how you treat members. Let's talk about creating a group. To create a group, go to your Groups page and click the green Create Group button. You'll first need to name your group. This can be your business name or a spin-off of your business name. For example, if your group is centered around providing special training or advice on using a product, you might call it your product name plus the word masters, experts, or ninjas at the end of it. Each group needs to start out with at least one member. So you can either add several members right there from the beginning, or you can just add yourself for the time being and move on. The final selection is your group's privacy status: closed, public, or secret. Secret means it's not even searchable or discoverable. You can change this setting later, so don't worry about it too much right now. After you hit submit, you'll need to choose an icon for your group. Just pick whatever seems most relevant. Once your group is created, you can start fleshing it out by adding a cover photo and description. The same guidance for business page descriptions above applies here more or less. Keep it short, clear, and include important keywords. As for the cover photo, make it horizontal and consider using Canva to create your image or hiring someone on Fiverr to make a nice image. Finally, there's the personal profile. It's true that Facebook has terms that prohibit using your personal profile for explicit business purposes. However, that does not prevent you from leveraging your personal profile in exactly the way social profiles were meant to be used: networking. Make it clear what it is you do and what services you provide. Make yourself findable via search. Join relevant groups. Contribute to discussions. Introduce yourself and rub elbows as much as possible. In this sense, your personal profile can be an incredible resource for marketing and potentially even more powerful than your business page. So, once you've established the sort of presence you've determined you need, you'll want to start posting content. After all, that's what this whole endeavor has been about, and it's what we'll cover in the next chapter.